Can you guess what's in this box? Yeah, you probably can, but I'm going to review what's in this box right now. So what's in the box? The box! The box! The box! Anyway, I'm going to review what's in the box. As you can see, it's a card Captor Sakura figure, which is made by Sega Prize. But let's look at the box first. You've got your Japanese writing here. You've got a picture of card Captor Sakura's friend with her camera. Her camera looks a lot like mine, actually. Well, not really. That's probably a tape camera and not a DVD camera like I use. Anyway, Tangent Police. And here's the instructions on the back on how to assemble it. It's really foolproof, basically. You just stick the foot in the base. It's that simple. It's not a posable figure. You just stick it in the base for display. And it's brand new in the box, hasn't been touched since it was made in the factory. And it has a resealable box. A resealable box so you can transport it easily when you have to move house. Which is really convenient because this thing is like otaku gold, which appreciates in value over time, but only has worth on the otaku stock market. I'm not an otaku myself, but, you know, I kinda act like one sometimes, but not really. It's not a term that I want to use to describe myself. Anime fan is what we generally use in Australia to describe what we are if we're anime fans. Anyway, let's open the box. The box! Kura on that side of the box. I'm so keeping this box. I mean, it's not the sort of box you want to throw out. They put effort into this box, unlike some other anime figure boxes. Why don't they make anime figure boxes like that? I don't know. Anyway, let's open it. Very carefully. And it just slides out like that. Ah, damn it. Be very, very careful. Yeah, I just had to get some tape off. If I was going to do this properly, I had to get the tape off. Sorry I wasn't able to film that because I didn't want to take any chances. It's a pretty well designed box, as I have said. It just slides out like that. I'm going to be very careful with this packaging because if I need to move house, I'm going to have to keep this box. And it's an awesome box. Ah. There we go. And here is the figure itself. I'm going to film it from up here because if I film it from down there, you're going to accuse me of being a pervert. And what a pedophile. So, just because I bought a card Captor Sakura figure does not mean that I am that sort of man. There we go. And there. It's quite well designed, this. Could it be any more pink? I guess it's... this comes from the early stages of 90s anime figures. And as you can see, they put some decent detail into her eyes. The staff is there. The hat's straight out of the show. And her wings are there. Her shoes are there. They've got something in Japanese on the base that I can't read. And it's pretty much a statue figure. They don't make figures like this anymore. Not just in nostalgic terms, but actually they don't make this particular figure anymore because it's out of print. And it was lucky that I was able to snatch one up from my local anime shop up the road. And basically, this is the second last one they had left. The other one didn't have a box. This was the brand new one they had. That was in the storeroom. And let's take a look-see at the detail. Quite nice, quite nice. The bows and ribbons are particularly good detail. And the staff is well done. They seem to have done the dress pretty well. And even the bow ties on her hands. I like it. I have a friend of Malaysia who thought I was getting this because even though he likes card Captor Sakura for reasons I won't go into, it's kind of, you know, different figures for different people. I like this figure not just because of its rarity, but because it's card Captor Sakura, damn it. You don't find many card Captor Sakura figures these days. So I'm going to wrap up with my final thoughts on this figure. And I'm not going to do an underskirt shot. No, I will not. Because in Australia, I could get arrested for that. Anyway, final thoughts. Right, for the aftermath of my last video recording that I did for this figure, this is the card Captor Sakura figure that I reviewed earlier in the old footage that I shot. No, I'm not going to look up the skirt because that's frowned upon in today's society, at least in Australia. I don't want to get arrested or anything, so I'm not going to film up the skirt because that could get me arrested down under stupid laws. Or Sakura. I mean, it's got good detail on the wings, as you can see here. The reason I'm using a camera is because it's got better resolution than my phone camera, and it's just easier for me to use. There's some good detail on the bows there. Anyway, what are my final thoughts on my card Captor Sakura figure? Right, redoing the take for the other footage that I shot. If you like card Captor Sakura, you can't do wrong by picking up one of those figures here of card Captor Sakura, because it's one of the better card Captor Sakura figures that you can get, and I like it. It's a good centerpiece for my room. I don't know, if you magical girl figures for anime figures, if you have one of them in your room, for some reason your room just feels more peaceful, like it's being protected or something. I don't know, maybe there's some weird connection there with the whole way of the room or something. I don't believe in feng-shui, but you know, ever since I got the card Captor Sakura and put it in my room up there, I feel like my room is a more peaceful place. And that's a recommendation. A surefire recommendation. Get yourself a magical girl card Captor Sakura or different magical girl figure for your room, and you'll generally liven up the atmosphere in your room from a dark, dank place that doesn't see sunlight to generally a nicer place to be in.